Hello everybody, my name is Domagoj Šatović and the presentation is called The Influence of Gamma Radiation on the binders in paint layer. What are the binders in paint layers? This binding media is usually present in artwork paint layers everywhere, from the canvas or support such as canvas, paper or wood itself, preparation also. Then usually goes some isolation layer, and what is the most interesting in this study, the paint layers, which is usually a mixture with pigments and binding media, binders. And these binders can be varied. We usually know what are the doses for disinsection or removal of fungi for various materials. But for binders, some binders usually, the most proteinous proteins binders are not so well investigated in means of gamma irradiation. Binders are usually some protein binder as egg yolk, casein, animal glue, or some others. Mixtures with oils, resins, and such things, and they have been used for ages, I should say. And their stability is usually very good, especially these protein binders, compared with some oils and resins. But that is maybe the reason why these aging processes are not so well discussed in scientific matter as they are for some age oils and resins. That is why we took three types of proteinaceous binders for investigation. These were egg white or albumen, casein, and animal glue. Casein is phosphoprotein of milk, and it is used also from early ages. It contains a high number of proline amino acids. This is the main amino acids in casein. It is relatively hydrophobic, but soluble in water when it is alkali water. Egg white or albumen is also used from ancient Egypt, Byzantine, and early Christian icons were also usually done with egg white temperas, or for illuminating of manuscript. These are usually present proteins in egg white. You can see that ovalbumin is 55%, so main protein is ovalbumin or conalbumin also. And third protein binder that was investigated is animal glue, rabbit skin glue. That is animal glue created by prolonged boiling of animal connective tissue. This is one usual. The main protein in animal glues are collagen type proteins. Irradiation of these protein films was done at Ruđer Bošković Institute with panoramic cobalt source of the radiation chemistry and dosimetry laboratory. The binders were exposed to 5 different radiation doses of 2, 7, 10, 25 and 100 kilograms. 2 different dose rates were used. Maximum dose rate was 7.6 grays per second, and lower dose rate was 69 milligrays per second. Samples were prepared by the special recipes that are usually used in artwork. So animal rabbit skin glue was dissolved in distilled water, left overnight in water and heated to 57 degrees. Casein was prepared with borax according to recipe of Sommerrecker. Egg white was prepared according to the recipe of Theophilus. The binders were applied on heated white polyethylene substrates. Instruments and methods used to characterize these irradiated binders was colorimetry, that was done with Konica Minolta spectrophotometer, and the degradation processes were investigated by attenuated total reflectance Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy using Perkin-Elmer spectrum tool. The total color difference between two samples is simply calculated by a well-known equation here. The parameters, L parameter, A and B parameters are calculated from the spectrophotometer, and then total difference delta E was calculated from this equation. Usually we have the table like this, so color change, meaning delta E, less than 3 is hardly perceptible by human eye. If it is between 3 or 6, it is perceptible but still acceptable. And if delta E is more than 6, this is quite not acceptable color change. Here are results. Results for egg white. These are colorimetry results in 3D system. This is 2D planar. The same results in the planar. And calculated delta E. As we can see, irradiation at high doses, this is the blue line. Dark blue or blue line. We can see that only for the high dose rate and rate of 100 kilograms, egg white film is getting lighter, and irradiation at low dose rate, it goes in yellow area, but a little bit darker. Delta E is I should say acceptable for all the dose rates, is less than 3, except for this 100 kilograms dose rate for high dose rates. Infrared can only this is the infrared tear spectra of egg white film for different irradiation doses. So we can see that these amino groups, amide 1 and amide 2 groups, are unchanged, and others also. Only difference is in this CH bond stretching. It is raising total amount of this is not here is not shown, but CH bond stretching signal is raising. We can explain that by unfolding of primary structure of protein, and then these CH groups are more exposed to infrared radiation. Casein was colorimetry of casein showed that the irradiation high and low dose rate moves our color to bluish and darker area. Delta E is also less than 3 and it is acceptable. The infrared of casein show us only this little change at 1735 centimeters. That is carbonyl bond vibration, and it is probably linked to decrease of protein molecular weight. Rabbit blue, colorimetry of rabbit blue also shows that delta E or color change is acceptable even on 100 kilograms doses. The similar thing shows our infrared spectra. There is no significant differences on all films for all doses applied. So we can conclude that the color of all binders has changed under the influence of radiation at high radiation doses. All those changes are minimal and in appropriate limits. Color changes are visible to the naked eye only in egg white. According to Heidelberg's interpretation, color changes after radiation treatments with doses common for culture heritage are acceptable for all these three examined protein binders. As far as chemical change of binder is concerned, infrared spectroscopy results has shown no significant changes in doses common for cultural heritage treatment. So thank you for your attention.